in this video, I want to talk about two different activities that you could easily do with students in a classroom that would encourage developing friendship skills. So the first one is a sharing game. And this one is just like playing. I mean, kids will just feel like, oh, we get to play. And in fact, that's what they'll be doing. So you want to break them up into pairs, and then you want to give them something that they will need to share. So it might be that they have a picture they're going to color together, and they have crayons that they need to share. They maybe color their own picture, but they only have one set of crayons with, one set of colors, and they have to share that. It can be a game that they're playing. It could be anything very simple that is appropriate to the age group. And you simply instruct them to play for a certain period of time, set a timer, and that you want them to focus on sharing and being good at sharing. So there's a couple of ways to do this. One is you could spend some time first talking about sharing and identifying how you know if you're sharing well and being a good friend through sharing. Or you could simply let them have at it, play for 5-10 minutes, however long you have, and then you can call them back in terms of getting their attention and asking them what they thought happened in terms of sharing. Was it a good experience with sharing? Were there problems? That sort of thing. And then you could have them practice what they just learned. So you could time it again, let them do the same activity, and this time use the information that they just got about sharing. So this is a nice practical way. Kids are really simply playing, so it's a fun activity, something that they're going to enjoy. But the important part, of course, is processing what they've learned and helping them understand some of the different dynamics of sharing. And again, you're going to be talking about some of the things that had to do with friendship. So it's not just communication, but that's part of it. Part of it is empathy. Again, how do they feel about what's going on? Cooperation certainly is part of this. Conflict resolution can be part of this because maybe they had problems sharing. And then finally, there's the issue of respect. So all 5 of the friendship skills can be used in this particular sharing game. Another really quick, easy activity to do with students to focus on friendship and developing those 5 skills is a friendship circle. And in this case, you're going to have all the students circle up. And then you have a ball or something that you're going to have students pass from one to another. The first person starts and they say something kind or something nice about the person to their right. Now, depending on the age, and especially if you're doing this with a very young group, they may not have much of an idea about what to say. So before you practice the game, I would suggest that you give some examples of kind things, get kids to suggest some kind things, and help them understand how to do it in a genuine way and to do a little more than, very superficial kind of statements. So the first person, of course, says something kind about the person on their left, then they pass that object, whatever you're using, to that person, and they say something about the person on the other side of them, and it goes all around the circle until you come back to the beginning. Now, you can do this with lots of different ages. I would say you may have some difficulty keeping children focused if you have a large class and, while students are waiting for their turn to come around. On the other hand, as students anticipate what they're going to say to the person on the left, you certainly can use each one of the examples or several of the examples as great examples of what to do and what to say. And you can, of course, model a lot of different kind things to say. And certainly this is a lesson that, again, is going to incorporate a lot of the skills that you're trying to teach: communication, empathy, cooperation as everybody waits their turn. Hopefully not a lot of conflict resolution, but finally respect and seeing everyone from a different perspective and valuing their input. So two great activities that you can do easily with almost no preparation in a classroom or even in a small group that will help students learn the skill set that they need for being a good friend and making new friends at the beginning of the year. I'm Lynn Watts with WyattTheWonderDog.com. Thanks for listening.